What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Cookie DAO today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. We have about 8 hours left in this day, the 20th of April. Happy 420, everybody. We are up a little bit. Oh, no, we're not. Okay, it's on the daily time frame. We are down a little bit. Yes, we started off the day on a green note. It was looking like we are going to pump. I really actually thought, going to bed last night, because I go to bed. I stopped making videos, I guess, right before we started to turn around. So whenever I was laying in bed, whenever I was going to bed, I remember I was telling somebody, I'm not making a video tonight, but yes, I think that we're on our way up. I guess not. Sometimes we're not. Watch tomorrow be the day, or the next day. It could be a week from now, whatever. But we are ultimately. It might not seem like it on days like this where you're only down 3%, but I think that we are ultimately on our way up, right? If we're just following this trajectory or higher than that, we're going to see some rapid growth here in a very, very short amount of time. Maybe not this trajectory, right? That would take a little while just to see this 21-cent price, which, hey, that's fine. Don't get me wrong. 100% growth in about a month's time, I'll take it. But Cookie DAO doesn't do that, man. It does 100% growth in a week's time. It moves up very fast whenever it wants to move up, right? All of its movements up are very fast. Even whenever it's being boring, it moves up very fast. But I digress. Looking at this on a daily time frame on the RSI. Actually, let's build out. I want to look at the 1 hour first, okay? Let's build out. 9 cents, 32, 9.32 cents right now. You found a lot of volume at the low here. Nice. You did not get a lot of volume on your way down. Nice. And you bounced right off the oversold zone. Very nice. I think Cookie DAO probably has found its relative low. Oh, and as I'm saying that, you're going down a little bit. If you go lower, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but if you do go lower, perhaps, and looking at this fib, you could go down to the golden ratio, 9 cents, just below 9 cents. That could happen. If we go to 9 cents, guys, or below 9 cents, I'll buy more. How about that? But until then, I do want to actually say that we might have found our low here. Bouncing off the oversold zone like that is a nice thing. But with this, if you bounce off the oversold and you reject off the 40, that's not a good thing. Bouncing off the oversold zone in itself is a good thing, so do good things with it. If you can't do good things with it, bad things will happen. And I think it looks like we're not doing good things with this, right? We have 9 minutes left in this here. Yeah. So lower we go. We probably do. I'm going to stick with it. I'm flip-flopping a little bit here over the last minute, but 9 to 8.9 cents, that's where I think we're going to go. Do not panic if we go lower. Do not panic if we even go below here. That's fine. That's fine. We'll buy more. It's fine. Cookie DAO, you guys, don't make a mistake. It has a one-way ticket with Destiny to new all-time highs. It's at 9.2 cents right now. Its all-time highs are at 84 cents. It's got a date with Destiny to new all-time highs above $1.60 actually, right? And beyond. Do not panic here at 9 cents. The small stuff should not scare you. It's the big stuff that's off the charts. No matter how much I zoom it out, it's off the charts. You know what I mean? That's the stuff that you should worry about. 1 hour time frame looks a little bit bearish, if we're being honest. It was nice for a second. It was deceivingly nice, but rejecting off the 40 here, that tells me all I need to see. It tells me all I need to know. We're probably going to go a little bit lower. Wouldn't it be funny? Let's see right here. Okay. So we've already broken out of that line. This line, nobody cares about these lines, man. The only people that care about these lines, they get faked out, right? So we'll go lower. This is the perfect area to buy. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I do believe we're going lower, but even at this price at 9.3 cents, I think it's a phenomenal time to buy. We're going above $1, 9.3 cents. It's a great time to buy. Absolutely it is. Looking at this on a 4 hour time frame, 4 hour basis here. Our RSI does, whoops, that's not what I was trying to do. Does have slightly lower lows. We do have slightly lower lows. 7 minutes left in this 4 hour candle. We're not picking up volume as we're moving down. I just think we're going to eat this whole, you guys. It's going to be like a matter of 24 hours or maybe 2 days at the most before we rip to the upside. We see some movements like this or stronger even. I wouldn't be surprised if they were stronger. But we've got lower lows in the RSI and higher lows in the price. Even if we go lower here, as long as we're above on a 4 hour closing basis, 8.86 cents. As long as we're above there, we'll have hidden bullish divergence. We will be rejecting the overbought zone, which is not ideal in itself, but if we move a little bit lower, we might bounce off the 40. Bouncing off the 40 does set us up to go back to the overbought zone, or at least back to the 60 and try again, pair that with the hidden bullish divergence with the lower lows in the RSI and the higher lows in the price. That could set us up to break out of this range altogether and see that next target area. Not financial advice. Not a financial advisor, but whenever it comes to that next target area, I think our targets could be, let's see, let's take this high to low fib, and then I want to take the high to low of the overall move here. Let's see. Ooh, maybe not. Maybe I do. Let's do it. Let's do it just for fun. Let's take this high to low. It's just so far away. right? We're dealing with like small potatoes to big potatoes here. Looking at this on a 4-hour basis, okay, so your extensions, your 1618 is at about 11 cents. It doesn't even interact with this 382. It's very common with the 382. You can't see it here, but just trust me, I know my fibs. That's the 382 right there of the overall high to low consolidation phase that we're in. It's very common with the 382 to go just above it. What's just above it there? 12.4 cents, 12.7 cents, your 1886 to 200 zone on this smaller fib. Yeah, I could see that. Oftentimes with smaller fibs, you do hit the deeper extensions, which anything above the 1618 is a deeper extension. Not only that, it's right above the 382. Not only that, it's right here with these areas of support, which could find resistance. So not financial advice, not a financial advisor. We're at about 9 cents now. It wouldn't surprise me if, we're on the 20th of April as well. If by the end of this month, in 10 days or less, we saw a move that was another 30% or higher, right? And likely higher than 30% actually. We don't have to stop there, right? We're in the secondary zone. Anytime that you get, and I'm going to delete this fib just so that, because I think we know where we are at this point. And I do want to address, actually, you see the 0.5, the green line, that's the next fib level after the 382. It also lines up with the 2618. That's very important whenever we reference what I'm about to say here. Okay, so let's delete that. 0.5 right up there with the 2618, that red line there. They're basically right there in tandem together. It's absurdly common, or I shouldn't say absurdly common. It's the next zone that we're talking about, right? The 1618, the golden ratio here to the 1272. This is the first zone, the primary zone. The secondary zone is the 1886 to the 2618, right? And the 1886 lines up with the very low end of this 382 here. We go just above it. The 2618 lines up with the very high end of the 0.5 there, kind of encapsulating this whole zone in itself, right? This is a zone in itself on a larger fib. This is a zone in itself on the smaller fib, right? We have that 2618 barrier at the top. So all I'm trying to say by this is, while we could stop at about 12 cents to 13 cents just below there, or I should say 12.4 cents to 12.7 cents, we could also go all the way up to about 14 cents and see a move like that. And again, this is not where I think we're going to stop, guys. This is not the end all be all and then we start coming down, right? That's the end of the cycle and we go down. No, this is going to take days. Like by the end of this month, we're going to see this happen. I doubt that it's even going to take a week to happen, but maybe it takes a little bit more time than a week. We've got 10 days left in the month. The expectation is that we're here or higher by the end of the month. So we're going to see a nice little pump here over the coming days. My expectation would be that if I'm wrong and we don't stop here, it's because we only go higher, okay? It's very common with these shorter term fibs, these small fibs, to see deeper extensions. So I could be underselling this. I mean, maybe we do pull a 100% move and we see 18 cents or higher by the end of this month. But at the moment, I do like the way the 4-hour looks. I do like the fact that we've broken down without volume. We're getting volume on the way up every time. We've got hidden bullish divergence. Overall, our RSI is in a very bullish posturing. I like that, right? We're living above the 50. Anytime we get below it, we come right back up. I would just like to get us overbought. I'd like to see us get overbought. We have higher lows, all the good things, right? Looking at this on a daily time frame, I mean, it would make a lot of sense to stop at this area because that's our prior area of support here. We found some resistance there. 15 cents, 14 cents, that could happen. To me, it wouldn't make as much sense to go all the way up to 18 cents or beyond, at least immediately, right away. Maybe it would, actually, because that's the golden ratio. For some reason, I thought the golden ratio wouldn't be there. I guess we could. We could run all the way up there, but what I will say is if we're finding resistance at the 236, almost always, not almost always, but a good bit of the time, interacting with the 236 like this, you don't do this, okay? Oftentimes what you do on the first attempt, your interaction with the 236 is like this. You go through it to the 382, you find support at the 236. It's not common that you find resistance at it on the first attempt like this, but when you do, oftentimes you don't just run straight for the golden ratio. This is what makes me think that we don't go straight to the golden ratio here. We likely find turbulence at the 382, at the 0.5, something like that, one or the other, or maybe both. We really could just stair step this thing all the way up, and it could be sometime in the early parts of May that we see this target area. But beyond that, by the end of May, I would expect that we are back at our all-time high areas. I would expect that we see some phenomenal recovery. Maybe we're as high as 44 cents. Maybe we're as high as 73 cents. Maybe we're beyond that. But by the end of May, by the end of June, I think that we're probably not even by the end of May. By the end of June, I think that we're on our way to prices that are above $2 probably. We'll see $1.86, $2, and maybe as high as $3. If we take the overall high here to this overall low, right, this fib will be a little bit more reliable, I think. The 1272, the minimum target there is $1.65, but I really like that 2272 on this more relative fib. It's a smaller fib, it's less significant, but I do like this as a as a target area. It lines up pretty well with this, and it's very common with the 2272 to go just above that. What's just above the 2272? The $2 area. So psychological resistance there could provide a relative high there as well. And if not, we could go all the way up to the 2618, right? And just above the 1414, which is pretty damn common. That would take us to about $3.07, maybe in between $2.40 and $3.07. That's kind of what I'm expecting, somewhere in this zone. But I'll take a $2 to $1.65 minimum. That could be where we go as well. Make no mistake, guys, Cookie DAO is well on its way to new all-time highs. It might not feel like it here, but this is, you know, if we're looking at it like this, hold on now, let's find the low. Right, this is where it began, and it might not have felt like it at that moment. It might not have felt like it whenever you're moving sideways and down, but this is where it began. And even here, it might not have felt like it, that you were going all the way up to 80 cents at this price, right? But this was the path that took you inevitably to 80 cents. We're on that path now. We're at the beginning. It might not feel like it, but when we look back, this is the beginning of what's taken us to 80 cents and beyond, $1 and beyond, $2 and beyond by the end of June. That's the expectation. So nothing new as far as I know with Cookie DAO. There's nothing like no new news coming out. There is a AI gaming summit or something like that that's happening soon. I don't know if they're going to be mentioned in that. Cookie DAO is a decentralized autonomous organization, so there probably won't be anybody representing it, or maybe there is. I don't know. But tomato, whatever, man, this thing's going to do very well for itself, and I think that it's got a lot of growth to go. If you're interested in Cookie DAO and you want to read up on it, you want to do some research, which I highly suggest if you're going to invest in it yourself. You know, I mean, just even in these boring times, guys, look at this, right? Even in the boring times, we're getting 26% of our daily volume or daily market cap in volume. That's awesome. There's accumulation going on right now, guys. Make no mistake, there's accumulation going on right now. If you want to read about Cookie DAO or like read the white paper, they don't have it here. They should. The link for the white paper would be, I have to go through all these processes here. So you click on that button there, Cookie DAO, right? And then you click on tokenomics. It's not just the tokenomics, it's the white paper, right? Which I guess is the same thing, really. Like, honestly, it's basically the same thing. That's the whole purpose of it, right? Anyways, you read through all this if you want to get all the deets on Cookie DAO. There's a lot of interesting things here, you guys, from burns to just like the tokenomics, the simple tokenomics, and just what it does, what their goal is, all that kind of stuff. If you want to better understand it, which I think you should, if you're going to invest in anything, you should better understand it. You click on that. You click on tokenomics, and boom, you get brought up to this page here. Maybe I could just post this page on my page. I don't know, but I've got nothing else to say, guys. I'm running out of steam. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.